Welcome to Dolly Pardon, the sassiest, classiest, and most unfiltered adult collectors podcast.
We're serving up weekly episodes packed with laughs, hot takes, and all the tea from the world of adult doll collecting. Whether you're into high fashion minis, vintage treasures, or just here for the love of dolls, we've got you covered.
So grab a drink, strike a pose, and let's talk dolls. Because collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. Welcome to another episode of the Dolly Pardon podcast. Today we have a pretty iconic guest here with us. We have miniaturist Phillip Nuveen in the house. So we are going to be talking to him.
Small house.
Yeah.
In our tiny house.
The tiny little house. We're going to be using our inside voices today and talking to him about everything miniature. But first, you already know what's coming. Let's get right into it. This doll isn't afraid to give a fake bitch a reality check. This isn't life in the dream house.
Yes. I'm not part of the Dolly Pardon podcast. I am the Dolly Pardon podcast.
You can't even say
Couldn't
the
even
line.
say it.
You don't even mean it. You're such a phony. Your dog collection surely is great. You deserve a high five in your face with a chair. And I'm talking about
high
you.
five.
You know who you are, baby.
Period.
Milking stool.
Right. So today, fake news. There isn't an awful lot to talk about today, unfortunately. I feel like we have talked about and exhausted most of the topics, and the brands are taking a break for the summer.
Yeah, summer break.
One thing that we forgot to mention to our listeners is that we didn't post the episode last week because there's been a lot going on and we might be delaying our schedules. So the episode might not be coming as a clockwork for now, just because there's things happening and we are cooking on the side, milking stools, food. There's going to be plenty of things to do. So just like the brands, we are having a bit of a break. So also, I don't know if I can say it, the girls are coming from America over here to London. So Esther is going to be joining us.
How come every time you come around my London Bridge when we go down?
I'm gonna come sit on the milking stool. I'm so excited.
So yeah, Esther's coming to England, and we're gonna have a live episode for the first time. So that's that to look forward to. So it's very soon. We're very excited. Our pussies are throbbing, and we're just like very excited.
Glistening.
Creaming.
So wet.
Creaming.
Squirting over here.
Yeah, just shake me like a ketchup bottle.
Gooning.
Gooning.
Okay. Stop, you dumb bitches. Okay. Right. So, brats, we talked about a lot about brats. So there's a couple of things really. We are on youloveit.com. Thank you, youloveit.com. So there's these Merry Christmas, Sasha and Chloe dolls. They're cute. I think they are meant to be like a reprint, I was going to say, like a copy of all the dolls. Because I've definitely seen this slutty Santa helper kind of dress.
They're so fucking boring. They're so boring. Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, they're like wearing ballet pumps or whatever you want to call it. I hate those shoes. I mean,
The shoes are bad.
Like,
Yeah.
the faces are alright, but fuck me, they're just so boring.
I think they're
Yeah.
alright.
I
Well,
like
for a
the
basic doll,
screenings.
yeah.
I think they're okay. Stop hating on them.
Let's just say they don't slay.
This is me and this is this is me and Raj.
Yeah, yeah.
Why
Okay,
is
Where's
Raj
join
the
the
brown
club.
one?
Yeah,
Why gotta be black?
I agree with Raj. I like them except for their shoes. The shoes are just a little
yeah.
too like clunky and chunky.
Mm,
I don't get
But
it. Yeah,
yeah. But I do
no,
like the screenings on them. I like Chloe's brows. I like that they
yeah.
did like a darker brow with her. That looks really nice.
And the red lip
Um,
is really nice.
yeah.
the red lip is lipping. Moving on, there's not much to say there. Right, so there's this special announcement for the Bratz X Tyler collaboration for a doll.
Make
She's
me
meant
there, make me
made me
water.
harder.
Da, 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 da. It's that lady.
I have no idea who this Tyler woman is. I
You don't know
he
who
told
she
me
is?
You just sang
He-
along.
I know, but I don't know what she looks like. So
Okay. Fair enough.
yeah. So she's coming out in 2026.
I think it's really cool. Like, it's so nice that Brats are doing dolls, celebrity dolls of different backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like Carol G and now Tyler. Like, it's great to see that
Rebecca G.
representation.
Rebecca G.
Yeah.
Break.
It's nice to see that representation on such a big scale. But hopefully she won't be so difficult to get, like, unlike
I
Carol G.
Well, they've learned their lesson now. Their releases are being mass produced, I think.
Yeah.
I bet you the outfit is gonna be sick for her. Like, I bet you it's
Yeah.
gonna be so cool. There's gonna be like some African fashion. It's gonna be really,
Yeah.
really cool.
It's going to be a tiny mini skirt and strappy sandal for sure. For sure.
Yeah. But it'll probably have
I
a
mean,
second outfit like Carol G.
mm,
Because it's the
Carol
$100 price
G.
point.
Shell Lloyd by
Oh,
Shell
yeah.
Lloyd.
No, yeah, for sure. $100 is a lot of money for a doll. So hopefully she'll come with more than one outfit.
I hope so. Moving on, I don't care
Suspense.
about this one. Sorry. Right, so next up, we have Barbara.
The flapper
Bless her.
girl.
Bless her soul, she's trying really hard.
Yeah, she is.
So with whatever this is,
Uh-huh.
signature tribute to fashion doll number 2. Uh,
It sure is a number
Okay.
2.
yeah.
No, I love her. I honestly really like her. All the details or everything about her. I just hate the price. If she was cheaper, I would have
She's
bought her.
expensive, isn't she?
Yeah.
How much is she?
She's Integrity
100.
Toys pricing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
no,
over
fuck that.
£100 in the UK. Like,
No, thank you. No.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, when you take into consideration the quality of the materials that Mattel uses, £100 is a lot of money.
Look at the shoes. Ooh,
Oh, don't get me started on those shoes.
Ooh.
God.
girl.
She's waiting for a
Look at
house
that
to fall on
bracelet.
her.
Look at the bracelet. Look at the bracelet. No, stop it. Stop
But the
fucking playing to
face,
me.
the face is really nice.
No, it's
Hey,
not.
shit.
Look at the face. Zoom
How
in
is
the face.
she,
No, stop.
No, that was such a
Stop.
bad picture.
How is she though?
Stop. No, how you doing? No,
Oh,
no, that's
Bless
not a
her
nice
soul.
face.
I like the
No.
cloak. The cloak is giving Handmaid's Tale, like one of the wives.
Let's see the cloak.
Listen,
Let's see the cloak.
the cloak
Yeah,
is
it
giving.
just-
I don't know.
I don't know.
Why?
I think she's cute. I just don't know if I would pay that much money for her.
How much? $150, isn't she?
Yeah, she's
I
about
think
£130.
Mattel lost their mind. The box is nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Mattel
what they're
lost their
doing.
mind. No,
Yeah.
thank you, baby.
Yeah.
No. For $50, I would have bought her. But for
I would have even
$150,
gone up to 70 or $80,
no,
but
no,
not 150.
no, no. Not for cheap plastic jewelry and whatever
Yeah.
this thing on the head is. Yeah. So $110.
Oh,
Right.
$110. That's still a lot of money.
Out of curiosity, how much was the other one? I'm gonna. The first one was $100.
100.
So
$100,
and this
yeah.
one is a much better doll all
Yeah.
She
around.
was much better, yeah. The boots on there were satin boots.
Material Girl.
House boots down.
Did you
And
guys
like,
buy
look at the
her?
jewelry there. Yeah, I bought her. I have her right here.
Yeah, I have her. Yeah, the jewelry's
Yeah.
really nice. There's definitely like care to attention.
Who's
But
the designer for
yeah,
this one? Is it the same
let's find out.
person? Let me have a look.
I think it might be.
Sorry, babes. Might be the same person.
Might
Where
be.
is he?
Might be at the top.
Sumno. I hope I pronounced the name correctly, otherwise I
Yeah.
apologize.
Let us know how to say it otherwise.
I don't know, I'm sorry.
You can DM Naomi directly.
I'm as dumb as Raj sometimes. So,
Dump.
Right.
stop. Anyway, this was boring. Sorry, Barbara.
Bye.
Go back to
Yeah.
Party City where you belong.
You belong, bitch.
Let's talk about something interesting. I'm sure everybody's heard the bad news. So a couple of weeks ago, there was a big car crash in Italy where Mario Paglino and Gianni Grossi from Magia 2000 lost their lives. They were beloved designers, super talented designers. They designed quite a lot of stuff for IT. And they were, well, they done 3 dolls for IT. And they were beautiful dolls. And I think the whole community has come closer around this event. It makes you really put things into perspective, how young, talented people can just lose their lives so quickly. And we're just here talking about dolls. It just makes you think, doesn't it? It's sad. It's sad.
Life is
Yeah.
very swiftly taken away. It's given, and these guys are super talented. I didn't
Super.
really know them like too much myself, but from what I have seen of them since their passing, they were just so talented.
They were going to come as guests on the podcast.
Oh
In
yes, I
fact,
remember.
we discussed this probably a couple of weeks before they passed, and it's extremely sad. Would have been really exciting to speak to them and just
Yeah.
share their artistry. And I mean, this is as small as it is. It's our way of tributing them and just saying,
Yeah.
rest in peace. Very
Yeah,
sad. Very
rest in
sad.
peace.
Rest in power. Leaving the sad behind. So IT has released 2 dolls as a surprise for us. Still no trace of the first W Club doll, but we've had this Poppy Parker designed by David Battery, and it's called Spaced Out. And people have had very mixed reactions about her. And when I say mixed, I mean they hate her. I personally love her. I think she's really
cute.
cute.
Yeah, she's cute.
I hate her. I'm sorry.
What you
Why?
are? What you are?
I love her face.
What
And
you
that's it.
are?
That's
That's
it.
it.
Everything else I hate. I hate the hair, I hate the outfit, I hate the bucket on her head.
Well, that's
I
meant
think
to be a Pierre Cardin style design. It was actually very pretty, very appropriate for Poppy. I like her. Esther,
I think you're right there.
Defender.
Yeah, I think that she's gorgeous. So everyone was saying that she looks like Ultraviolet, Poppy Parker,
Very
and
much
a lot
so.
of people cut Ultraviolet's hair to look like this because they didn't like Ultraviolet's hairstyle. Myself included, I cut her hair like this. So a lot of the criticism is that she looks too similar to a doll that we had recently. But I
Yeah.
think that she's beautiful, and the outfit is cute. It's very 60s. I could see like the space reference here. I think that the little bucket on the hat is fun. I think that it just makes for like a cute little like photo moment. It reminds me of Top Model where Joanna had the helmet on her head and it's just kind of linear and hard. I think it's cute.
Yeah, no, it's not for
I think she's
me.
perfect. She's beautiful. She looks like Linda Evangelista. She's a model. Everything about her is beautiful. Did she stone those tights? Ooh, she's smiling.
Her her hat thing looks like the IKEA bin that everyone has, just turned upside down with like
We
her
don't do
bit cut out.
IKEA, sorry.
What's the name
Yeah,
of the IKEA bin?
Friss, Friss. But I do like that she has a forward gaze instead of looking to the side. I think that's quite nice, and her
Bring a
pout is
bucket and a
pouting.
frisk for this wet-ass puppy. Right. No, she's cool. I like her. So she was made to order again, but I think only me and Esther ordered her. Did you order Esther?
No, I didn't.
Oh, so it's only me then. Basically, I'm the only person, the edition size one for this puppy. The only one that ordered her.
Yeah.
I think she's cute. I like her. She's beautiful. I love the contrast between the purple, the fuchsia and the orange. I'm in my orange era. Right. And then David Battery, coming out of retirement for the past 2 weeks, has released another doll. And that's the Misaki 20th anniversary. It's called My Heart Belongs to Tokyo. It's a tribute to Raj experience in Tokyo.
Yeah, it was
And
my design. Surprise,
yes,
guys.
so that's how Raj looks. She is quintessentially ugly.
I don't think she's ugly.
She's a
I don't
Misaki
really.
bomb.
She's got she's got such a big set of eyes, though. Are they normally
Yeah.
that big?
Just like you.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah, she's got big
freaking
eyes.
hideous.
I think
Sorry,
she's cute.
Misaki.
She's meant to look like, Japanese dolls. A lot of Japanese dolls have those big eyes. And like,
Yeah, and the frilly dresses as well.
yeah.
I like the dress. I
Yeah.
mean, I say I like the dress. I really don't like the dress. I like the skirt.
Is she meant to be like Lolita-esque?
No, she's
I'm not.
she's a recolor of another doll. The same dress but was black.
Ah,
I'm
yeah.
not a Mizaki expert.
Yeah, it's a strange one. I think there's definitely too much going on with her. Like the hair, the crown, the jewelry, the dress, the shoes, like it's just a lot. Although the more I
No.
look at her, the more I'm like, yeah, actually, I think I might put in my bid. Do I still have time?
Do you?
I don't know. Do I? Let's see.
Do you still have
Are you
time?
gonna start collecting Masakis, Raj?
I would love to collect Misakis, but there's just
There's
so
only
few and
5
far.
people that collect Misaki. You can be the 6th.
Let's see.
You can do it if you're being cute. All right. So moving on, we received an invitation to attend Poppy Parker's birthday in
Oh, yeah.
December, which is going to be the in-person event for IT. And it was a lottery. But I didn't enter because last thing I want to do is go to Florida for one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was tempted, not gonna lie. I was too busy buying milking stools from the 1800s to put a bid for that, so I couldn't do that. Are you going, Esther?
No, I'm not going. That's such a weird thing to like invite to this birthday party, but you also have to enter a lottery to be chosen to do it. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
going.
That's
No,
it's a lot.
It just it's a lot to go in the middle of December for like one day.
Yeah.
And it's just like a really busy time of the year for me for work. So no, I'm not gonna go.
Yeah, and it's too far for, people who live outside the US to go for one day. Although I think it'll be cute. I think it will be very cutesy in what they have planned.
It'd be
It's just not.
fun.
Yeah.
The dolls are meant to be really small edition size. I think 300. So I think the puppies are gonna be like very expensive.
Do we know anyone that's going?
Yes,
Oh.
we do.
A couple
But
people.
I think people will fight
For for the right.
and with scalp. Because it's extremely inconvenient to hold an event like that for a day. If you live close by, then I can understand. But I mean, I think for us from London is really inconvenient. The flights are not that expensive actually. It's the stay that is really expensive.
Yeah. And also, you
And
don't want to go for just one day. If you're going to go that far, you want to go for, a week, let's say, or a couple of days. And it's too close to Christmas to be taking more time off.
yeah, I agree. It's too close to Christmas. Right, so let's jump into the Dolly Secret, shall we?
All right, so now for our main event of the day, we have miniature artist Phillip Nuveen here for Dolly Secret.
Dolly Secret. Poor Philip is looking at us like we're crazy, and we are.
No, I like it. You're naughty. I like it.
So Phillip, this is where we get all of your secrets. We're going to learn some more things about you, but we don't want just like top line information. We really want to know,
We want bottom lines.
we want bottom line information.
I'm in the
about
right
Phillip.
space then. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. So Phillip, tell us a little bit about yourself for those who maybe don't know you yet.
Yeah, so I've been making miniatures professionally for somewhere between 10 to 12 years. I was living in New York, and I just moved from New York to Chicago, actually. And so while I was in New York, it was just making my own brand, selling my own products, building that product line over year after year after year. And it's an evolution too. Like, as Naomi knows, I love to ask people that buy from me, like, give me the weirdest ideas, because it's just, I love challenges, and then it just builds up my online shop and things that I can't think of, and where other people see, where they want props and things like that, but they just can't be bought. No one makes them. So that, and then lucky enough, I think right time, right place, being in New York, I would get a lot of corporate projects over the years. Okay. So that has led to me having like a really robust portfolio of brands that I've worked for. I really enjoy doing those projects, but sometimes, the horror stories I could tell you from like art directors with their egos, and it's a trade-off, but it's a good paycheck too. So
it's showbiz.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what I do. I'm pretty simple.
What got you into this?
As a kid, I always loved models and making things. My dad was an engineer. This is my spiel that I do for all my interviews. My dad was an engineer in aerospace, and my mom's like a hardcore business lady. And you know how we always say, like, we'll never be our parents? Well, unfortunately, I have the half of their brains put together. So I love making, creating, engineering, rendering, printing, building, crafting, building things. And then I'm like, I could sell this, if we brand it right. And that's pretty much what's happened. And so, and I've always loved models, and it kind of just kept going. And then in my early 20s, when I first got to New York, I was making tiny furniture and stuff, and Instagram was just starting. So putting it out there, and like I said, it seemed like there was right time, right place. And then big brands were noticing I was getting projects, and it's just an evolution, an artsy evolution.
Awesome.
That is amazing. I bet you're very proud of what you've been able to achieve and all the bits and bobs that you've done.
I am. I'm super proud. I really enjoy doing I know it's a little like sucking capitalism's dick, but I really enjoy doing the corporate projects because it just lends such legitimacy to me as being an artist too.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be in professional production kind of situations, because like you've seen some of the campaigns and stuff, like they're just cool. Miniatures have such a place in this world for product photography, for campaigns, film and television before CGI kind of took over all the special effects and things like that. Models and miniatures have such a storied history in the art world. And so I'm proud to be a part of that and just propelling the medium as much as I can.
Oh, lovely. That's a really eloquent way to put that.
Thanks.
There isn't a single person on Dolstagram, Philip, that doesn't have something that you have made. I feel like there's something that comes from your home into literally every collector's place. Do you collect dolls at all?
So this is gonna be wild to you, but like, no, I do not collect dolls. I know
Oh
it's
my God.
blasphemy because we're in
Yes.
like doll church here.
It's time to go
I
now.
Yeah, thank you, Philip. Bye.
I have a few dolls just for scale purposes.
Sure.
I made a Blythe of myself several years ago, a Blythe boy,
Mhm.
and
Uh-huh.
I had him, and he sits on my desk. But no, I just, you know what, I enjoy kind of being in the background of your all's world and making the
Mhm.
pieces parts that make your media come spring to life.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
I enjoy.
I'll
You guys are
be.
the stars with what you put together and curate, and I'm just there making miniature pizzas or Gucci bags. That's what I'm here for in this world.
Do you have
It's just.
a favorite item that you like to make?
I mean, obviously, I love to make the fashion stuff, which, a fun part of, about my life over the years is just the relentless pursuit from corporate lawyers and getting slapped on the wrist for copyright infringements here
Yeah.
and there and back and forth. And actually, I used to sell on Etsy and had a really profitable Etsy shop, and
Mhm.
they banned me because it was just one too many slaps on the wrist from
What?
this brand, that brand. Oh yeah, I've had like 20 cease and desists from like the top fashion brands over the years.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
You're a
What a
and like
compliment.
criminal.
Iconic. That's so
what?
iconic. Yeah, I love
Yeah, I
that.
said, what a compliment.
Yeah, yeah, and I really do. I think they think I'm a bigger operation than I am, just because like the website's so cohesive and it looks like there's a team behind it, but it's just me. So I think they
Mm.
see much more of a threat than actuality. But I understand it. It's okay because it's made me evolve and make my own stuff and really kind of push my limits of what I can design rather than just relying on branded stuff. Because that's what everyone wants in doll rooms, right? They want to recreate a luxury kind of
Mm.
lifestyle.
For somebody that doesn't collect dolls to understand what collectors want is
Mm.
just skill. As I said, there isn't a single person online that doesn't have something that you made, and how do you feel about that?
But it's so fun. It's such a valid medium and form of expression, right? And like,
Yeah.
I love it because I look at everyone's got a little bit of different taste and style in the way they curate like their doll wardrobe rooms. And yeah, I'll be like, oh, I know those boxes, or I know that footstool, or that kind of thing. I know that handbag. Um,
Mm.
I really enjoy it. Like, I feel a little guilty that I've made this much shit and it's floating out into the world in a consumeristic kind of way, like, ooh, a lot of plastic out there. Yes, but then also it is cool because, like, fun fact too, I really don't have that many of my miniatures around because
Mhm, mhm.
A, it's just like, okay, I'm making it, the orders go out. I don't really have time to make it, put it on display in my own kind of world. So it is nice to see it out
Mm.
there and where it goes and how people use it. And, and like I
Yeah.
said, I love getting the craziest of requests because it's really fun and pushes me and it's unique too.
Absolutely. A lot of the things that you've created are so unique. And I think like one of the things that I would like to know, I like to try and make miniatures myself. I'm not very good at it. But I am just starting. The variation in your products is ridiculous. So is there a preference in what you like to use when you're creating stuff like 3D printing or other processes? Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's been an evolution too. Like I've been 3D
Hmm.
printing for about 10 years now.
Hmm.
No, 12 or 4. It was in the beginning. Like I think I was like 22 or 23 when I discovered shapeways.com, which is like
Hmm.
a website that you can outsource your files and they'll print it and mail it
Oh,
to you.
okay. Yeah.
Before I had my own printers and stuff. And once I discovered that, I was like, wow, I can fucking make anything now. Because
Hmm. Hmm.
when you're making stuff by hand, it, I feel like miniature world is totally split between like age divide and technology divide, where it's like
Hmm.
you've got the people that have been the older portions of it who really feel like it's wrong to use technology and the
Hmm.
printing, like they feel like it's cheating in some way.
Hmm.
And it's like, okay, if you want to whittle the most perfect table and it takes you a week to do it, it's going to be gorgeous. Go
Yeah.
for it. I would rather throw the file into the printer, paint it to look as, whatever the case is, and it's done
Yeah.
in a couple of hours. And then I could put a price tag on it and mail it to
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
who's going to use it. So
Yeah. Absolutely.
I love harnessing new technology. And I feel like half of it is still handmade stuff that I do. And then
Yeah.
half of it is like the foundation is, okay, well, I'm going to make this couch for someone. The frame is 3D printed, and then I make all the cushions by hand and assemble it by hand. And so it's
Yeah.
a little bit of everything. And,
Mm.
it's just me growing as an artist and getting better and more detail oriented. Yeah, but I encourage you to keep going
Yeah.
with your own pursuit.
Oh,
Yeah,
please don't, Philip,
absolutely. No,
don't.
Please don't. Okay.
Don't. Cease and
no,
desist.
I think I think part of the process is learning and self-learning as well. And I think there's so much, I mean, the end product might not be great, but like, for example, I've started using a sewing machine. I had no idea how to use it,
Mhm.
and it's all self-taught. Yes, the products aren't great, but the process is so fun. And I'd imagine that you have a similar sentiment to some of the technologies.
Yeah, and that's the fun part about being crafty or being an artist. It's the process too. You grow and
Mm,
change with it. You get better. The results get better. And you know what else I really like about miniatures too? It's kind of like as an art form, it's like you're giving yourself a puzzle to do every day when you want to make something
yeah.
three-dimensional. How many components you have to put together, the measuring and stuff like that. I think it's a challenging art form, and that's why I like it and I gravitate towards it,
Mm,
even though in the eyes of like the world, it can be considered like cutesy or passe, like, oh, it's
mhm,
a dollhouse. But it's like you have
mhm.
no idea how much like engineering work goes into, or
Yeah.
like,
Right.
all of these fabulous wardrobes that you guys amass and you build and you
Mm,
curate and you populate. It's there's a mind at work behind that, and it's really
yeah.
something exceptional.
And these have like
Absolutely.
electricity. Like that's what I thought was crazy too. Like whenever I was looking at your Instagram, it's so funny because it looks like you're looking at a regular human-sized apartment, and then you just see this huge hand reaching in and like changing something. You know what I mean? I think it's so funny because it just like looks like you're looking in a human world, and then all of a sudden there's like your hand is coming in to like put a little detail inside of there. Um, I have a question for you.
Of
How much
course.
of your day is spent doing this? Because whenever you're a freelance artist, how do you find a work-life balance? Do you just like wake up and wait for inspiration to strike, or do you set a time of like, okay, I'm gonna start working at 9 o'clock today, and then I'm gonna do this until about 3 o'clock? What does your like day-to-day work day look like?
Yeah, so it depends on like the flow of web orders, how many web orders in.
Mm,
I've printed out shipping labels for it. I have to make. I don't really set an alarm. I get up pretty early. I get about up at like 7 naturally. I go to
mm-hmm.
bed about 11. So yeah, I get up, I make my web orders, and I go and walk into the post office. And then if I'm working on like a corporate project, obviously that all stops. And I
Yeah.
dedicate myself to that. And it just depends on how intense the project is. Like the
Mm,
last project I did with Swarovski, the crystal brand,
mm.
there was a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of nonstop. Like it was madness. I honestly thought I was going to have an emotional breakdown,
Oh,
but I didn't. I survived. So it just depends. But I try to stop working like 5 or 6 o'clock. I love to take
Yeah.
long walks, so about that time I like to go get an hour walk in and just clear my
mm,
mind and stuff like that.
I mean, you did post a couple of sneak peeks of that project with Swarovski, which was absolutely beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous. Uh, on that note, what would you say? So, on a corporate level and then
Mhm.
on a collector level, what would you say are the most challenging requests?
I mean, obviously, I've had meetings where I'm meeting with like a creative team of a brand or something, and they'll want something outrageous like running water in like a set or something. And then it's kind of like you have to explain to them like, oh, that's not really, well, we could do it, but it's going to be annoying for everyone involved.
mm,
Which I've done twice now for projects. And then there's, setting expectation. It's this juggle, right? Like I know, like when I'm on a big project, like I know what I'm getting paid, and it's kind of like,
mm,
all right, they're pushing and asking for more and more outrageous things that A are going to be a nightmare to make, and B,
mm,
it's just going to fall out of the scope of like what I'm being paid. So it's kind of that delicate
mm,
balance, but I don't want to piss the client off. So it's a give and take. And then like when private customers come to me with crazy requests, like I said, I really enjoy that because it's I it, like again, it's a puzzle piece. I love the challenge of being like, all right, that's a weird prop, but okay, I'm happy to do it for you. And then usually when that happens, it turns out amazing. And I'm like, oh, this is my favorite fucking thing. So,
But give us the tea.
Mhm.
Which one is the craziest request that you've had?
oh, okay,
Don't
okay.
say anything that I've asked, please.
No, 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 no. No, you're good. You're good. Someone asked me to make a miniature sex dungeon a long time ago, and I made
Ooh.
it
Was it
on my
Raj?
website.
Yeah, yeah.
And he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
and he was really specific.
Yeah.
Um, which actually turned out really cool. And actually, it's the number one. It's still like the number one webpage shit on my portfolio website to this
Oh,
day.
wow.
Ah.
Funnily enough. And then I mean, like I said, with corporate brands and stuff, it's kind of more just reining them into what's possible in terms of time and like I'm just one person, so I
What?
have to be diplomatic. Oh, I will say, you guys know I'm on that TV show, right? Or was on that TV show, Best in Miniature. Have you
Okay.
ever
No,
seen
I
that
never
show,
heard.
Best in
I've
Miniature?
no, I've
Is
No,
it
never
in
heard about this.
America?
it might be an
It's
American.
in Canada. It's on Netflix in Canada right now. It was on
Oh.
CBC the past few years.
Okay.
There's 3 seasons of it. If you get a chance to, you might be able to get it on Discovery UK,
Okay,
Discovery
we'll have a look.
Plus.
What
Oh.
was the
Yeah,
name of the show?
Best in Miniature.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Best
It was a reality
in.
TV series competition where we all are making a dollhouse throughout 12 episodes and people
Oh
get
my
eliminated
God.
and
That
blah, blah,
sounds
blah.
amazing. Right up my
So I'm
alley.
going to lead into like that. And I think I'm under contract, so I have to be diplomatic too.
Uh-huh.
If you ever want to traumatize yourself beyond belief, do reality television. Do reality television. That's all I'll say.
It was
Okay.
very
Oh,
traumatic for
wow.
you.
It was a wild, and not in a good way, a wild experience. Really,
Whoa.
really peculiar. Yeah. Like I said,
So
Oh.
many questions.
Yeah.
if
I'm
if
like,
you if you want a challenge in life, do a reality TV show.
okay.
I would kind of be into Big Brother. Like I couldn't do Survivor because I'm afraid of like snakes and bugs, but I feel like I would kill at Big Brother.
Try out.
Yeah.
You never
I can,
know.
yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Apply to it.
Yeah.
That is actually really cool. I mean, we don't get a lot of your American TV here in England, but it's just really cool. I didn't know you were doing that. It's
Oh,
actually really
yeah.
exciting. Oh, I
Yeah,
have something
yeah,
to binge watch.
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, you made it sound traumatic, but that's even
I
more
did.
fun. Yeah,
You're not gonna see that. That's the magic of video editing.
yeah, yeah.
And what you're
Uh,
looking at, the pictures now, that is my model of the dollhouse that I made for the
Oh,
show.
wow.
And I
wow.
was there
Okay.
until the end. I did not win. My friend Suzette won. She made a really amazing. She likes the like macabre. She's into like dark Tim Burton kind of
Ooh,
miniatures.
Ah.
love
She
it.
had this fabulous creepy dollhouse that just kept growing and getting darker and crazier
Ooh,
up
we'd love
against
that.
me and my sleek modern townhouse. So I think it's no reason why she won. There was just more to look at. And obviously,
Mm.
and she's a fabulous artist as well. So yeah, but you could see it's the premise of it, how they designed it was cool compared to like other dollhouse shows that I've seen. Because there's one other one that was out of the UK that I watched. I don't remember the name. The biggest miniature root, something like that. And it was with that British host that hosts the British baking contest, the blonde woman.
You're opening a whole new world for us. We're going to have plenty of
Yeah.
stuff to binge watch.
I'll find it and I'll DM it to you.
Oh,
And then their premise
please.
was each episode, they would all like, you're making a dining room and you had like 10 contestants working on one dining room. And it was just horrible because it, it was just the wheels came off for each team because there were just too many
Yeah.
cooks in the kitchen. And it was just like,
Yeah.
you saw this result and you're like, oh my God, has anyone seen an X-Acto knife in their entire life?
Yeah.
Or a ruler? Good Lord.
Yeah.
So,
I'm glad you mentioned X-Acto knife. The other day, whilst I was crafting, I sliced my finger open. Have you
yeah.
ever
Oh, yeah.
had any injuries when
Oh,
you've been
yes.
creating?
I've cut the tip of my fingertips off. At least once a year, I'll have a really good slice.
Yeah.
I've never had to get stitches though, but yeah,
Yeah,
oh yes,
yeah.
that's kind of occupational hazard. It happens. Or hot glue gun burns or yeah, it's my hands.
Yeah.
I know my appearance is a little bit curated, but like if you saw my hands, you'd be like, wow, he's a lumberjack from the wrist down.
Yeah. Amazing.
The hands of a
Amazing.
man.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Philip, I have a question, and
Yes, dear.
it's a bit. How would you get into doing miniatures specifically at your level? Like, what did you study at university?
You should see when I'm at a party and people are like, oh, what do you do? And I take a breath and I go, I make miniatures for a living. And they're just like, what? Yeah, so my bachelor's of fine arts is in graphic design, visual communications, which plays a big part into it, laying out all the mini packaging and flat designing a lot of stuff. So I use my degree quite a bit. Yeah, like I said, well, here, I had a job interview this past week and I kind of was going in my head and I'm like, the one big regret in life that I have is I wanted to be an architect when I was a kid. And I'm a little too old now to like kind of stop life and pivot. I don't want the student debt and everything, but to go into it. But I wish I would have really followed through in that, because that being said, I've always just loved models and scale things and making them. And like I said, when I was in my early 20s and I got to New York, I just started making models for fun. I was working retail part-time at the Apple store. And I just would come home and make models and started putting rooms together and then putting it online. And people just started being like, wow, you just whipped this shit up. And I'm like, I don't know. Am I doing a good job or not? And it's just been an evolution too. It's just been, I do it every day, right? It just gets better and better and better as I refine my craft.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought that you were an architect at first, because the details especially when you're good at everything, but when you do your buildings, you can tell that you really love it. It really comes across as something that you really enjoy. I genuinely thought you were an architect, from looking at things you make. I mean, look at the stuff that we have on the screen now. This is just this room is so beautiful, and you have a very specific, clean aesthetic. You don't even have to bother going back to university. You've done that.
Well, so here's what I really love. Why I think I'm sticking with miniatures. I enjoy what I do because I kind of do get to be an architect of in my own way. I get to be an interior designer. I get to be an industrial designer. That's why, like I said, I really love the medium, because I'm putting together puzzles every day of how to make this. And yes, my aesthetic, me personally, I love ultra modern, like really clean, minimalistic, like luxury design. Some projects that I've had that have been outside of my comfort zone, where it's like it needs to be traditional, or it needs to be like, destroyed or beaten down. Like the show I was on, I had to the criticism I got from the judges every single challenge was, it's too perfect. It doesn't look like and I would be like, that's not really a criticism, but okay.
Thanks.
Listen, when you watch the show, you'll see, you could see it in my eyes where it's just like, Phillip, it's just too pristine again. We need a little drama. And I'm like, you try to make perfect right angles look good in this scale. Like you're not going to, anyways, it trailed off to a tangent.
It's okay. You have so much passion for what you do, and it just comes across so much. We were one of the first people I've actually spoken to on Instagram, and you had all these very odd requests from this lady across the pond, and you were always so lovely with me, and you said yes to all the bits that I've been asking you to do for me.
Thank you. I try to make everyone happy. You know what I mean?
You manage, baby. You absolutely manage. This might sound like a stupid question. As somebody who cannot do anything artistically, what is the most difficult material to work with?
That's a good question. I mean, I think they all have their pros and cons, right? I love to use gold and silver leafing because it makes such a beautiful metallic finish, but it's a mess. It's so lightweight, it flies everywhere. It gets everywhere. Like all the different types of glue, you've got this glue for this one's for this one's for that. Resin is great. I just bought a resin 3D printer and I can't get the thing to work. I just can't figure it out. I'll get there. I'm going to return it and get a different one, actually. But it's a mess. It's stinky. I don't know if it's safe to be breathing that in from afar. I'm
I
kind
was
of
gonna
just
say
like,
you probably breathe all sorts of crap when you're doing like things
it's a
like
nice
that.
high. It's a nice high. Hmm. That's, yeah, by like 2 o'clock in the day, I'm like, ooh, let's make something. Yeah. So
That's
that's
enough to
probably
make
why.
me want to do it.
Yeah.
There you go. I don't have a lot of brain cells left, but
Who
Same.
does? Who
yeah.
does? We don't
um,
judge you for that.
Okay,
it's
thank you.
it's very interesting. You're talking a little bit about being an interior designer or an architect. And I think that with miniatures, you definitely have that kind of imagination. Like, when you're young and you play with Lego, for example, you get to create what's in your mind,
Hmm.
essentially. One of the questions I wanted to ask you was just a little bit about where you find your inspiration and keeping up with trends, and how do you do that, and the time between being inspired and creating something? Is it quite a lengthy process?
So with me, this is a great question because I kind of wanted to explain it into this too. Like with me, like as a person, I love design, I love art, I love fashion, I love pop culture, I love architecture, I
Mm,
love industrial design. So me being this animal that is just, I just love to live and breathe beautifully designed things and products and concepts. I'm absorbing all that, and then
mm,
I'm putting it back out there by making my creations. Like, and like let's talk about like the designer stuff. Like I started making the miniature Hermes boxes and miniature Birkins and
mm.
Kellys because the majority of us can't have that stuff in real life. It's just
Yeah.
beyond our financial reach. So like with that, the concept behind that is, well, it looks cool in a diorama or whatever, but you can't have it tangibly, but you kind of can have it, a miniature version of it that lives forever, and it's, you do what you want with it. But so
Mm,
I'm absorbing things that I find cool and beautiful in the real world, and I'm always like, okay, how can I make this small? Let's make a model, or I'll see something inspiring, and I'll just work my what my brain does and what my hands do, and I'm
yeah.
regurgitating it into my art form, my media.
So do you have like a camera roll like full of just things that you see in real life that you're like, okay,
And
I'm gonna replicate this?
Mm.
my screenshots are out of control. Yeah, screenshots are out of control. Yeah. Yeah. I'm lucky
I
though. I always have like an overflowing list of things to make and that I'm inspired by. I don't experience blocks like that. I mean, there are days when I just want to
mm,
lay on the couch, and not work, but
Yeah.
and that happens, of course. But like, yeah, it's always, there's a never ending flow of things I'm seeing. And like I said, people ask me, can you make this for me? No, I cannot find anybody. And I'm like, no problem at all. Let's do it.
that's
So
really fascinating. I was having a look at your website, and one of the favorite, I love the Gothic mirrors, for example. But one of the things that I've seen, which is so iconic, is the ashtray with cigarettes stubbed out in it. I love it. It's gorgeous, and it's so unique and so hard to find. And yeah, it's so synonymous with like cunty fashion, of
can.
fashion dolls. Yeah, absolutely.
Again, someone asked that of me. I would never think to make that. Someone asks it of me, and it's one of the most popular items ever.
Yeah, I can
And
see
all of my
why.
most popular things are that same path. Someone asks something that
Mm.
I would never think of, and it's, a hit. I always find that funny.
What's the most popular thing that you make?
Obviously, the fashion stuff that I'm not allowed to make, that everyone's, asking for,
Yeah.
always and forever. The basic things: mirrors, tables,
Mm.
lamps, stuff, the stuff that people need for their backgrounds of their
Yeah.
setups and things like that. But yeah, everyone wants designer boxes and shopping bags and handbags.
I
Some people are
I
so empty, honestly, aren't
Yeah.
they?
No, but I like, you have some really unique stuff like the duffel bag with the
Oh,
cash.
the money in it, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Like
Thank you,
that's some pretty cool shit that you don't see anywhere else.
thank
And
you.
yeah, I think the fashion of course is lovely, but I think having that real experience again, it's just so synonymous with dolls.
I think that was a custom request, and like I said, or the duffel bag was, or something like that. And I thought, well, I make mini money too. I might as
Yeah,
well
yeah.
fill it up and kind of give it like a James Bond kind of,
Yeah.
vibe.
So we have on screen now three pictures that are. I don't know if you can say. I mean, the room on the right is the gayest room you could possibly find yourself into, and of course, I stand. The picture in the middle, I couldn't get to the one that you have on your website because when I clicked on it, it gave me the one without your face in it. I wanted to
Oh,
put the one with your face in it. I find it hysterical that you put your face into everything. I just find it so hysterical and iconic. And I wanted to use that one, but I couldn't get it. Like, that is
oh.
so iconic.
I do try to hide my pictures of my artwork of myself and stuff. But
That's
see, the
cool.
purpose of that is you're supposed to slide your own photo in. I'm just using my face.
Oh,
Ah,
It's like you slide your photo in and you have a little miniature gallery of yourself.
I
that is
see.
amazing.
Yeah.
We had some episode about pride.
Okay.
And,
Mm.
in the doll collector, there's an abundance of LGBTQI plus people. The gays are
Oh, so
everywhere.
abundant.
The question is, do you think that Raj and Estefan are gay?
I have suspicions. I have
What gave it away?
suspicions. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, what gave it away?
Probably the purple lighting and then the IKEA shelving filled with dolls.
Yeah,
That
oh
might have given you
yeah.
guys away.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
applying lip gloss not that long ago, so that
I
may
did.
really tell. Yeah.
I did too before I came on camera. So
Oh,
yeah, no. If I could expand on that, the LGBTQ plus community and doll collecting. I mean, that's kind of a tale as old as time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So, um, and it's such a fun, welcoming community that all of us on Instagram and all of our pages and stuff like that. And I
Mm.
don't know, I really enjoy being a part of the community. I think it's the doll community and the LGBT plus community, of course.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think it's just kind of like our medium. I mean,
yeah.
and also people under our umbrella are always usually creative, and that leads
Mm.
to musical theater, film, television, art
Yeah.
forms like collections of any kind.
Mm.
Gays love to collect stuff. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Do you have
Yeah.
a theory on like why humans like small like miniatures
I
like
do.
in our psyche? What do you think?
I do. So, as someone who works in scale for the decade plus, what I ascertain from it is like we love things that are overscaled because they're humorous to us. Like think about
Mm.
holding the gigantic pencil, that kind of thing, or
Hmm.
really big sunglasses. And then I think
Yeah.
people like small scale stuff because it's a world within a world, and you're kind of the
Mm.
master of this universe you can control. And I
Yeah.
think we're all kind of looking for not control, but just a safe environment, or like to live
Mm.
in peace and tranquility. And like if we don't have that so much in our private personal lives, at least I can just for a couple of hours put my headphones on and put
Mm.
together a little thing, and it's like you're in heaven.
Mm.
Right, right.
That's
It's
my
it's
take on it.
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, I personally like really big stuff. Um,
Don't we
We
all?
know, we know, we know, we know.
I definitely think that there's a level of control that you've mentioned, a controlled environment, and I think that's really interesting, a really interesting take. And you do it so well; it's executed amazingly. So yeah,
Oh,
definitely
you're
something
you're
I
too
should be
sweet.
so
Thank
proud of.
you. Thank you.
So, Philip, we have some pictures in the background. So, for people that are listening to the podcast, please make sure that you're watching this as a video on Spotify or on YouTube. Do you want to tell us a bit more about these two pictures here? I mean,
Yeah,
I've seen the behind the scenes from the one on the
The
right.
rats.
Uh, is
yeah, it's a really
adorable.
good depiction of Naomi.
Oh, that's so mean. What did you say about
I
New York?
love rats. Did you find those rats in New York?
All right, so the New York Magazine cover, it's a story about. Do you guys remember COVID? All the restaurants in your town or city built those little outdoor sheds,
Mm.
so we're
Yeah.
Yeah.
outside. And okay, so New
Yeah.
York was overrun with those, and the city. It was time that all these places had to be taking this stuff down. So that's kind of what the article was about. So I had done a few projects for New York Magazine, like things like this. They wanted a model for a double page spread or something like that, and so
Yeah.
they came to me with this, can you make a miniature outdoor dining shed? And we're going to get New York City, we're going to get rats, live rats, and
I love rats.
try to get some pictures. So these are like designer rats. These were like the girl that these are her pets. They they are like the purebred nicest rats money can buy.
Oh.
Their fur was like little chinchillas. I mean,
Oh,
they were. It was so clear that like they genetically they were bred to be like beautiful little pets. Although that skin tail was still disgusting in person.
yeah.
Oh, it was disgusting. I touched it once and I was like, nope, I'm good.
Oh.
So yeah, so I made this a miniature dining shed for them, and what you're seeing, the image is kind of like a good Photoshop of many pictures we had to take to get them to kind of cooperate. And what we were doing was I was hot gluing down little wine glasses that we put yogurt in just to get them to stay on the chair and
Oh,
get
they're
on the
so
table.
cute.
Yeah, so it was a really wild day, really wild day. But that picture actually won an award from like the American Advertising or
Oh,
Magazine
wow.
Association or
Oh,
something. Oh,
congratulations.
I thank
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
Yeah, so
Uh,
like I said, it's some projects are really wild and some are really boring and some are really hard. This one
And
was
some,
fun.
yeah, and some look just like Naomi's life. Like,
what, the
it's,
rats? You know
yes,
what?
the
These rats are
rats.
so freaking cute. I've been
They
to New York,
are.
and the rats I saw in New York didn't look like this.
No, the ones on
Like,
the
these are
Yeah.
street are very
cute.
large and very
Yeah. They
gross.
look like
Yeah.
Raj, the ones I saw in New York.
Oh no.
We reeled, that's why.
Including the tail.
Oh.
How about the one on the left?
The one on the left was for the shoe brand. I think it was called P488. They're basically their concept is like, hi, the shoe's $495 and it looks like you've been wearing it for a year already.
Oh.
So, but like I said, a project is a project and a paycheck is a paycheck. So, they had come to me, they wanted some sets. They took all week going back and forth, the creative team. I think they gave me last final decisions on Thursday. And I'm like, oh, so I get to work all weekend and make these sets show up Monday, which is what happened. And so, like, that's another part about like when I was living in New York and working for these brands. Everything's like, can you make this in a couple of days? And it's like, oh, okay, sure. So, but I kind of like that because then you don't have too many people pulling over decisions and it gets out of control.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I just made a bunch of sets, backgrounds for the shoe brand and what they wanted, and we just used them and had a fun little photo shoot. And yeah, a lot of my projects are like that.
Do
Set
you miss
design
being in
for,
New York?
oof, I do miss it. I do. I don't miss the expense of it. It's very loud. It is dirty, but like the best thing about New York is it's just so cool. So I do miss that. But I get back every couple of months and see my friends, so it's okay.
That's cute. Where are you originally from?
From the Midwest, I'm from like rural Ohio.
Oh, nice.
There was a
Oh,
cornfield next to my high school.
oh, that's
I love
adorable.
that.
Come on,
So
I love
Dorothy.
that.
your
I love
classic your
that.
classic story of just a young gay escaping to the big city.
Yeah.
So
Do you
cute.
have any dream projects? Like maybe like working with Mattel, anything like that? Have you worked with Mattel before?
Um, no, I have not. They have a whole in-house team of people that make all their miniatures and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I can
So it's
imagine
really
so.
hard to, yeah, it's really hard to break into that. Like Tiffany's, same thing. They have a whole in-house team that specifically does their window displays and miniatures for photo shoots and stuff like that. I've never worked for Chanel. I would have loved to work for Chanel while Karl Lagerfeld was still alive, just because I think I kind of am like a younger version of him, and
Yeah.
maybe I could have gotten a free apartment or something if I striked his
Are you just
fancy.
as mean as him?
No, unfortunately, I know I've heard horrible things about him. Um, horrible things about how he treated some of those models and stuff. But you get ego. Yeah. So I would love to work for Chanel.
Look, ladies, Philip has done something for us as a bit of a surprise. And yeah, there's a bit of a surprise here. So are you girls ready?
Yeah, let's
Yeah?
see it.
Is your coochie ready for this?
Ready?
My coochie stays
Oh.
out.
I made you guys custom
Oh
signs.
my
so
God.
cute. Thank you,
love it.
You're
Phillip. This
welcome.
is so cute.
So, and then obviously I made you one for your miniature room of your choice too. So,
Oh, that's
Oh
so
my
lovely.
God.
so
Thank you
I
so much.
you're welcome. So we'll mail these out this coming week.
Oh,
You
They're
are
bless.
so
adorable.
sweet. I am so excited for this. This is so
Yes.
Aren't they
amazing.
adorable?
I'm really touched. Like,
Of course,
oh,
yeah. And then I'll send you I made the 3-dimensional file too, so I'll send you that. And you
oh,
can
bless.
3D print
Bless.
it all you want on your own too and stuff
Oh,
That
like
is
that.
amazing, Phillip. Thank you
that's
so
so
much.
lovely. Thank you
You're welcome.
so
Sorry.
very much.
Getting a
Look,
little
I
cold.
don't want you to waste your time making things for Raj because you have a lot of things to make for me. So don't worry about just do me for me and Estefan, and then don't worry about Raj. Raj can look at my stuff. It's fine. It's okay.
Okay.
It's all
Sure.
right.
Oh,
Top
bless you.
priority. I know.
Yeah.
Top
I know the
priority,
drill.
baby.
I know the
Yeah.
You know the drill.
Yeah. Naomi is definitely in need. So, yeah. No,
Oh my
of
God, I'm
course, of
desperate. You have
course.
no
Yeah.
idea. I am desperate. You know what? I am desperate. I've been needing something from Phillip for ages now. And the poor thing has been so busy, but I have been like stalking him and annoying him. I'm surprised I'm not blocked, if I'm
Yeah.
honest with
No.
you.
I mean,
Okay,
that,
I'll mail this with that, so we'll do it in
yeah.
one swoop. So now we have
I'm
a
surprised
reason.
I'm not blocked.
No,
But yeah,
of
no,
course
it's
not.
cool. This is so lovely. Thank you so much for
Yeah, no,
doing
really
that.
Of course,
appreciate
of
it.
course.
Right. So, Phillip, where can we find you on
Yeah,
Instagram?
yeah. My name put together, Phillip Nuveen. My TikTok is the same, and my website is philipnuveen.com. My shop is lmpn.shop, and it's all linked together too. So you go on one website, there'll be a link to the other one too.
And you know,
Wonderful.
we strongly encourage people that have not gotten anything that you have made to go and have a look because they will fill
Yeah.
their cart and they will spend a lot of money. And I don't
Yeah.
want to hear people complaining because when you start adding stuff in your cart, you can't simply just add a couple of things. And it becomes like a serious problem. So yeah, we encourage people to start doing that.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, please.
it's like
And I want a
little bits of
percentage of this, of
art.
course.
Of course, yeah.
It's like
And
little
anyone
bits
can
of
send me
art,
a message too. I message back in a somewhat timely manner, but like I said, the weirder the request, the better. So
Yeah.
Perfect.
I have a request for you, Phillip. We have a Dolly Pardon official playlist on Spotify where we ask all of our guests to leave behind a song. What song do you want to leave behind for us?
So, one of my favorite groups, I don't know if they're kind of niche. I really like indie electro music, kind of like fancy elevator music is what I tell people I listen to. One of my
Uh,
favorite groups is Cigarettes After Sex, and
uh,
Yes! I love them.
so any song from their what they've made, I'll get you a specific one, but let's just say any song that they've ever made is music to my ears. So.
Yes.
okay.
My favorite is Crush and Truly.
Uh-huh.
Two of the best songs by them. And my partner laughs at me because he says, "Oh, they all just sounds like the same song," and I'm like, "How fucking dare you?" Number one, you're right. Number two, fuck you. Like they're just
True.
amazing. They are amazing.
Yeah,
Big
super
fan.
super mellow. Yeah, that's kind of like
Yeah.
it's good walking around the city kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
It's your
That is
soundtrack. It's like you're in a
amazing.
movie, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Add it to the
Love it.
playlist.
You feel very main character with that. It's just like that.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Look, thank you so much for coming today. We have loved every second of it. And,
Really have, yeah.
now go back to work. We have things to do.
Thank you for having me. It's been really fun. And you put me in such a good mood for the afternoon. So
Oh,
thank you.
lovely.
Oh, thank
Good.
you. That is so
Of course.
sweet.
Of course.
Bye,
Right,
Phillip.
Phillip,
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Right, this was an intense episode. I really enjoyed it. I love
Yes.
talking miniature stuff. Usually we talk about Raj's brain, but today we've been talking about other miniature things. Right. How did you guys feel? Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
I had a little bit of a good time.
Moderately so. Anyway, right. So where can we find you, ladies?
You can find me on Instagram and YouTube at Plastic Poppy.
You can find me on Instagram at House of Kismet.
We can find you in jail at the moment. And you can find me at House of Deluge, where the arches are arching. I don't know what I'm talking about. When the arches
Nothing's
are
new
arching.
here. Yeah.
House of Deluge, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And the algorithm is punishing me now, so please come and give me a like. Thank you very much. Bye.